Hello and welcome back to the Jetbackup tutorial series. In this tutorial, we'll be covering the general, performance, and resource settings sections of the settings page. We'll go over the UI for adjusting your settings, as well as cover some critical settings you'll want to take note of. As always, all of our tutorials are available at jetbackup.com/tutorials. Adjusting settings in Jetbackup 5 is done from the settings menu. You can access the settings menu by navigating to the corresponding tab on the left side of the page. Once on the settings page, the first menu presented will be the General Settings menu. General Settings contains some of the most commonly adjusted or most widely applicable settings for most users. When setting up Jetbackup 5 on a new instance, it's always advised to review these settings first to verify everything is configured to your liking. Some critical settings in this section include the end users can use damage backup settings, which dictates if the end user can see and use backups marked as damaged for any reason. Additionally, you can change the directory of the workspace and downloads directories if necessary. Depending on the size of the accounts on the server, as well as your download permissions for users, these directories can require significant disk space to function, and you may want to move them. The General Settings section also contains TTL, or Time to Live and Retention settings, for downloads and manual and orphan backups, as well as your alerts. You can also set which email the system uses for messages, as well as the time format from this menu as well. Following the General Settings tab, we have the Performance Settings tab. The Performance Settings tab allows you to control the number of concurrent tasks, as well as set limits on processes that may impact system performance. Concurrent tasks can have a significant impact on how fast backups, restores, and system tasks complete, and JetBackup allows you to customize how many of these tasks are being ran simultaneously via the concurrent task settings, with each type of task having its own specific setting to allow for more granular customization. In addition to the number of tasks, you can also adjust settings like the time to live limit for backup or clone forks to keep hung backups from preventing subsequent tasks from starting, or adjust the schedule for backup cleanup and integrity checks from this menu as well. Depending on your situation, you may also want to utilize the ability to limit account downloads, as large accounts downloading backups repeatedly can use up significant amounts of space. In addition to controlling concurrent tasks, database dump specific settings, which are a part of the database backup process, are also located in the Performance tab of the Settings menu. The Resources tab allows customization of limits for system resources, like RAM and CPU usage. CPU usage is measured in percentages, with 100% representing a single core. For single CPU or dual CPU systems, we recommend a setting of 100% and a value between 200 and 400 for anything more. The RAM limit setting represents the maximum RAM usable by JetBackup in gigabytes, with 4 being the default and recommended setting. Additionally, you're able to set I/O read and write limits from this menu. And with that, we'll conclude the first half of the settings tutorial for Jetbackup 5. In our next video, we'll cover the rest of the tabs in the settings menu, including Restore, Privacy and Security, Panel, Backup on Demand, Notification, and the Binary Locations menus. Thanks for joining us. As always, this tutorial and many others are available at jetbackup.com/tutorials.